So today I'm going to refresh my lovely assistant Liz's hair. About a year ago we did a full balayage and then deposited this copper over it. And then we did a partial too a few months ago to refresh it, but since it's been well over a year and she has a lot of darkness underneath, we're gonna do another full today. And yeah, just like get all this bright again. And I think first I'm going to use the Bottle Blonde remover from Evo to remove all this old copper and then just start completely fresh with her hair. So that's our goal today. And here we go. So I'm sectioning her hair out in let's see, I'm just sectioning out the front and then leaving the back, just the whole back section together. And I'm just taking, 1-2 inch sections and saturating them really well with the Bottle Blonde color remover from Evo. I really like the consistency of this color remover, and it won't lift any of her natural color. It'll just help take out the old copper that we want to work over. It's very easy to work with. It has almost like a marshmallowy gel-like consistency. And I just really am like saturating it and pulling it through and rubbing it in with my fingers. I use 10 volume. You can use 10 volume or 20 volume with the powder. I kind of wish I had done 20 volume. You'll see, but most of it came out, but there still was some old copper left in. It might be because, so Liz was using like a deposit conditioner, a copper deposit conditioner she got at Sally's or something, just to touch up the color every couple weeks. And I don't think it quite came out with the color remover. I think some of it stuck, especially at the ends. But maybe if I had used 20 volume, it would have all come out and just been all completely blonde. But, it's hard to tell. But I think it was good enough. I feel like the Bottle Blonde is almost like, it kind of just opens up that cuticle to like really be ready to receive new color. So even if you don't get it all completely out, like if you're doing something like this, where you're just going over it with the same color that you originally started with, if that makes any sense, then I think it's fine. But if you're removing it to like become a blonde, well, you could remove the old color, and if it doesn't remove all of it, you can go over it with highlights if you're trying to like take your client to be a blonde or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to like get most of it out. So it was, I ended up leaving it on for the full 30 minutes. You're supposed to check it every 5. So yeah, I already saw that some of it was coming out. I could see some blonde in there. I ended up leaving it for the full 30. So here it is, completely rinsed out. I didn't condition her hair. I just washed it really well, washed it twice. And then I blow dried her hair to start with the highlights because I want her hair nice and dry for the highlights. So I divided her hair into quadrants, and I'm starting in the back and just working my way up from the nape. Now you can see a little bit better on this side. I think some of the video is a little bit blurry, but bear with me. Yeah, so I'm just taking, at the nape and around the face area, I'm taking like super fine baby weaves to make it look super blended. But as I get into the interior of the hair, I'm taking slices and teasing those and using my board to get all the color on, and then just feathering it up. This is kind of like my go-to foliage technique that has never failed me. Slices are amazing. I was always so afraid to do slices, but if your hair is well teased, it'll just look really soft and blended as it's combed out. But if you want the maximum amount of lightness, like if you have a client that really wants to get that blonde in there, and Liz really wanted a lot of the copper in, so I was like, let's just do slices, because that'll really pop and cover a lot of the hair. So that's what I'm doing, is just going in and slicing and teasing and getting that lightener in. So I'm using, I didn't show a video of how I formulated, but I'm using Bottle Blonde from Evo, which I'm obsessed with. It's just got such a clean lift, and it lifts really fast too, especially with darker hair like Liz. It's just, oh, I just love it. I can always rely on it. It's quickly become my favorite, and I've only been using it a few months. But so I'm doing 30 volume on her, since she is pretty dark. She's like a level 3, I want to say, and naturally. So I'm starting her out with a level 30, and I don't want to lift her to like a pale blonde, because that's not really our goal. So as long as she lifts to like, you know, even if there's still some orange in there, I kind of don't care, because I'm going over it with copper, as long as it lifts enough, you know. So here I am on the left side, and I'm just going in, doing some weaves by the hairline, teasing. I think I do about 2 weaves around the hairline, and then the rest are all slices, except for at the very top. I do weaves at the very, very top, but everything in between is slices. I really love watching people do hair. I hope you guys feel the same. I can just watch people cut hair and highlight hair all day long. It's so relaxing to me, and it's fun watching myself do it. This is very cool. So going in, just doing the same thing as the other side, diagonal slices, teasing. And I like to get the hair start the tease towards the bottom of the section, and just tease all the way up, maybe once, twice. I don't like to over tease. And I'm using a YS Park teasing comb, which I love, absolutely love. It just, yeah, you only need to tease like once, maybe twice with it. It just really, really does a good job of blending the hair. That's my favorite comb for doing foliage. I really do prefer foliage for darker hair, putting the hair in foils, unless they are a dark brunette and just want a little bit of dimension. Then I'll do like open air or whatever. But if they want to go lighter, even lighter, I always use foils for them. So I'm getting to the top section here and weaving that. I don't know if you can see at the top there. You know, filming myself doing these things is really hard. And I try to do my best to get the best angles, but you know. Oh, this is where my son came in to make a little cameo. Trying to entertain me and Liz with his cute little monster costume. All right, so here I am on the right side, taking some very baby fine weaves around the hairline. And I didn't tease these because I wanted them to be really bright. So didn't tease these parts, but the rest of the way up I will be teasing. And I also, she has a bang section that she's growing out, but I decided to make a little triangle and just push it out of the way, and I'm going to get to her bang section next, and you can see that. But I'm just taking diagonal sections again, slices, teasing, feathering up with the lightener. See that really well there. Just trying to get all the dark bits and leaving out the rest. I thought about maybe pulling it through, but I just didn't want to over process her hair. So I knew those were just going to be covered by the copper, so I just left them out. I mean, you could go in after and like tip out these guys, but I don't know. I just decided to leave them alone. So getting to the top here, and then yeah, the top, always the top final section, I weave it out, and then instead of a slice, it just gives it a little softer effect on the veil of the head. And here we go with the bang, the triangle bang section. I'm just taking little baby weaves. I'm sorry, I didn't not do slices on her bangs. I did weaves. I did about like 4 foils, I think, or 5. When I got to the top of the triangle, I just like took that section, teased it, and then weaved that, and then highlighted it. Yeah, just going in, and I didn't tease these sections. Luckily, the camera see this pretty well. I was worried that I didn't get the right angle. Usually Liz is my camera person, so I was doing all the camera work today, and I'm still getting the hang of it. It's fun, but it is an added challenge when you're already so preoccupied doing hair. But it's been fun making these videos. I'm really enjoying it. It's fun to watch myself work, and because when you're in it, you don't really, I mean, you know what you're doing, but it's fun to reflect back and be like, oh, that's what I did. Awesome. So here we are on the left side, doing the same old thing, repeating what I did on her right side. Going up diagonal, slicing and dicing. Here I just have like one little bits of hair that I'm gonna bring down the lightener. There's a little bit of darkness down there. At this point, her hair is like pretty much all lightened, but she likes having the dimension up at the root instead of like the whole head looking copper. She likes having that depth of darkness there, so that's why we go like do all this, is for that dimension. Because yeah, she's like pretty much a solid color. I realized that after I was done, I was like, wow, you're like a solid copper, but there is that routage going on, which I love. Just gives it some depth, you know, and as it's growing out, it looks really cool too. She doesn't have like a super strong line of demarcation. Now I am going in and we washed her hair after processing for about 40 minutes, I think about 30 minutes. And I rinsed her out really well. I used Afterworld Organics to detangle all the teasing I did, and it really did a great job cleaning her hair and conditioning and detangling the tease. So I'm going in and I sprayed the Evo porosity equalizer all over, combed it through, and now I'm going in and applying her. Am I applying her color? I think I'm doing the equalizer right now. Oh no, I'm doing the color. It's been a long day. Yeah, so I'm just going in, doing the usual quadrant sectioning, starting in the back, and getting all that color in, brushing it through. I look like I'm whistling while I work. It's funny how you get, when you're working, especially doing long color sessions like this, you just... It's a marathon. It's an endurance. I get so tired after doing stuff like this. I mean, it's so much fun and you're so excited when it's all done and it looks great, but it is a lot of work. But I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. It keeps me going. Hair is just so much fun. I've been doing hair for about 10 years now and always learning something new, and I have such great clients that I love so much, and it's just been such a fulfilling, amazing job. I'm so glad I found it, and I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into my clients and creating beautiful hair for them. It's super fun. I just, I got to take care of my body more. I'm not getting any younger. So, still going in. I forgot to mention the copper color. So, the formula for the copper color is mostly 7.44 from Evo Hueverse, and a little bit of 8.4, just the regular old copper, but we wanted a pretty intense copper, so we did 7.44, and I used the 6.5 cream and a little bit of O&M Core Restore, which is my favorite. I know I mention it in almost all of my videos, but it is O&M's version of Olaplex, so it just really helps. I put it in the lightener as well, but I like putting it in toners, and I like putting it in when I'm doing all over color as well. So that's the formula for her copper, and we're just gonna get it all in and let her set for about 20 minutes. We might have done 25. How it came out. I shampooed her hair, and I used Afterworld Organics again. I shampooed it, or used Afterworld Organics twice on her, the Hair Glow, and it's just so great at conditioning and cleansing. I love that stuff, and it smells amazing. Oh, her color's so pretty. I just love it. I had to get my fingers in it and just play with it for a bit. So here we are with our final result. Nicely refreshed, coppery brightness for Liz. I love so Yeah, so I just went through, I did the color remover to remove all the old copper, and then I went in and did a full head of foliage. Since she has such dark hair, I wanted to do foliage because it would lift better than doing freehand painting. So just did that and rinsed her out. One tip I have is when you wash the hair, if you're doing a lot of teased highlights, I love using the cream cleansers like Afterworld Organics or New Wash to soften up the tease, and then take a brush and gently brush it out. That usually helps. It cleanses and it conditions in one step, so that's always a plus. And then we dried her hair and then put on the copper, which was from Evo. And I haven't used the Evo coppers yet, so this was my first time doing it, and I love how it came out. So pretty. And then we just gave her a nice little trim, and she's all set. Thank you, Liz. I hope you enjoyed this video.